All right, welcome to Resilient Voices and Beyond. I'm excited to have another episode for you guys today. I hope you guys are staying safe and just having a great day, great evening, whenever you're listening to this. I have a very special guest with me, a foster care alumni, and she's going to be sharing her story. So feel free to tune in and listen in. And without further ado, I'm going to have her introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Davoncia Pharr, and I am a foster care alumni, and I am a student at U of M Flint.
Thank you, thank you. If you don't mind, just like I do with any other show, like I like to dive deep and get a sense of the person through their story, and then talk about the experience and expertise amongst a couple other questions there. So, Devancia, what was your experience coming into care? What did that look like, and how long were you in care?
So I was in foster care since I was 14. I was in foster care because my mother physically abused me and my sisters, and my dad, he couldn't take care of us because he has schizophrenia, so he was never really there in our
Mm,
lives and things like that, unfortunately. Um, so we moved around with family and things like that. And then we finally got a stable home and we moved with my aunt Alita, which is his sister. And we were there for a couple of years and things like that. And then my mom was taking classes, during that time, and was able to get us back. And we were at the ages to where we could make decisions if we wanted to stay with my aunt Alita or if we go home. And I stayed with my aunt Alita, and my sisters went home. And so I finished staying with my aunt Alita until I was 16 into my sophomore year in high school. And then some things happened with her husband. And so I moved to Flint with my cousins and stuff. I couldn't go back there. And I went to high school here to Flint Southwestern, 11th grade. And then during that time, while I was still in high school, in the situation with my aunt's husband and everything was going on, I was being bullied really bad. And I was going through a lot. I was depressed and everything. Like, I even felt like, I just couldn't take it. Like, it was just too much. So then the next year, I switched to Kersley, and I was only there for like a short amount of time because I have a learning disability, and I just felt like they couldn't give me the academic support that I needed. So I took myself out of Kersley and I went back to Southwestern my 12th grade year, and it was better than it was the previous year before. And I graduated from there and everything.
nice, nice. So you kind of gave me a lot of things there. So you entered into care because of abuse and neglect, and further along in your experience, you experienced some more abuse, and had to transition. So, and most of your time was in kinship care. So, was your aunt fostering you, or did she take guardianship over you?
Yeah, she had guardianship of me and my
Okay,
sisters.
okay. So, what did that look like? While you and your sisters were going around from family member to family member, like what did that look like, and how did that feel? If you don't mind me asking.
Um, I mean, we knew the family that we were with and stuff before we got to my aunt and stuff like that. So we were okay, I feel like then. But the fact that we were young and we were away from our mother, that was something new to us. And I
Hmm.
think we had like a lot of different emotions and stuff about it.
Hmm. Did you
Um,
guys? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, you can go.
did you guys understand what was going on? Like, I mean, um, or did you fully understand what was going on when you had to be taken away from your mom?
Yes, I understood what was going on. I don't really think my sisters really knew. I think they just knew, like, like we were getting taken away from our mom, you know. I
Right,
think that's all they really knew.
right. So you talked about to your like 11th and senior year, something else had happened and so forth, and that led to another transition, and it weighed on your mental health because of the dynamics in school and situations surrounding that. Um, but how was your mental health throughout that process, like of leaving mom and going from family members? Like, what did you was you taking care of your mental health? Was that thought about, or um, how did that look for you?
So I didn't really see a therapist during that time actually until we got with my aunt because it was like a more stable situation. And then I believe it was court ordered that we had to go to therapy.
Mm-hmm.
But before then, when like I was living with my mother and everything, I was in therapy because I would cry about my dad not being there again with him having the mental illness and stuff like that. And I just didn't understand what was really going on with him and why he couldn't be there and everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um. Wow. Wow. So, um, transitioning. What did that look like for you? Uh, as a senior, was there anyone helping you get things together to think about college? Like, how did that look like for you?
Yes, even though we were online when the COVID happened and stuff like that, I was still talking to the counselors at the school and everything, and I was still connected with my caseworker. She was helping me. She actually helped me find the empowerment program at U of M. So yes, I still did have help and support, and even with applying to colleges and stuff like that.
Okay, okay, that's awesome. So you're at U of M now.
Yes, I am.
Okay, what are you studying at U of M?
I'm studying social work. My first year at U of M, I was undecided, but last February I chose my major as social work and stuff. And I just always knew I wanted to help people, but I just didn't know. At first I was gonna go for nursing, but then I took a pre-nursing class and it didn't really work out. So I was just like, okay, well I gotta find something else.
Right. Okay. Well, we're glad to have you on the social work realm. Uh, um, so go. I kind of want to go back because you kind of told me something. I didn't know. You were in high school, finishing up high school through COVID, and then
Hmm.
transition to college through COVID. Like, what was that experience like? Because the world has been erupted since COVID happened, and I know I'm not sure, but I know for most people they lost a lot of high school experiences because of COVID, and even some with college. So um, what did that look like? How did that feel? Like what was your experience managing COVID and trying to transition into college and finish up high school?
I think when I first started at U of M Flint, like it was just very different because now it's this virtual learning and stuff like that. Everybody hasn't done online schooling and stuff. But I did, keep up on my work and just get tutoring, ask questions, get the help that I needed. Um, it was just like a different experience than being in high school because it's like even before the COVID, I had some friends or just being around people in general. And it wasn't like that. I feel like I didn't really get the college experience and things of that.
Okay. If that, I had just got back into school, after, dropping out, or somebody told me not to use dropout, like, taking a minute. Taking a minute from school, and life had happened to myself. So I think I was a semester or two in, and then COVID happened, and I'm not a online student. I struggled, and it affected my GPA in college. It affected so many different things. And I've had a learning disability throughout my whole school experience, because and it kind of developed because I moved around a lot, and I just struggled really with math and so forth. So I experienced that really roughly in college and so forth. Um, so it was really hard to kind of manage and plan around that. So it's really awesome to hear your experience and your honesty and your vulnerability, and I appreciate that. So kind of going into this next part, um, what do you want to do? What's next for you? Like, I know you got a few years in college still, but um, what do you want to do next? What does the future hold for you?
Really, I just want to take my degree and work with foster kids and just try to give them advice, like, and be there for them and help them out the best that I can, because I believe that the social work community is getting smaller and a lot of people are quitting that field of work and stuff like that. And we need social workers to like tell these kids like about everything they can get and things of that.
Okay. That is a very true rate. There's a high turnover rate in the realm of social work, and it has a lot of contributions to that. But yeah, we need more people, we need diversity, and so forth. So I commend you upon your choice and your dreams and aspirations with that. Um, and so forth. My last bit of piece, well, really, not really a question or anything. It will kind of be a statement from yourself, but what advice would you have for students? Um, and what advice would you have for young, not really young parents or so forth, but family members that, are looking out for other family members, for similar or whichever situations. And then also, what advice would you have for foster care alumni?
The advice I would have for the foster care alumni is to take your pain, your story, and be purposeful in life and keep going no matter what. Don't let anything stop you or nobody stop you or tell you that you can't do it, because you can. And to the students, I would say, just keep working hard and stuff, and everything will, come out right. And to the family members, I would say, like, if you have kids that you're fostering, or adopting or anything, like, just be there for them, support them, try to give them the best that you can.
Okay, okay. And just lastly, for students, students right now, like, what advice would you have for them?
Mm. I would say, like, get all the help you can. Try to get the best grades that you can, and ask for help, ask questions, get tutoring, like, try to find the resources to help you be successful.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for that. You gave us a lot of wisdom. You gave us a lot of different tips and tidbits too. Um, and I appreciate you sharing your story, and having your openness and your honesty. And I thank you for coming on my show. Um, you know, uh, do you have any last thoughts or comments?
Um, I would just say not even kids in foster care, but like I think every child needs a mentor or somebody to support them and just be there through it all and stuff like that. Because I know with being in the foster care system, like different social workers come in and you don't really get to have relationships with them. Like, just so that the child doesn't feel alone, that they know somebody cares about them and they love them, because sometimes it could just be that one person that, change their life or, convince them, hey, like, don't do this, or talk them out of doing things and stuff like that.
Okay. I appreciate that, and I would agree too. We all need something, role models, mentors, and people to look up to, and look forward to modeling that for ourselves. Um, but thank you, and once again, thank you for being on here. This is Resilient Voices and Beyond. Um, you guys stay safe out there. COVID is very real. Make sure you're masking up. If you want to get vaccinated, get vaccinated. Please take precautions. It takes all of us. We are a village. It takes all of us to combat this. COVID may not be going anywhere. So please, do what you can to take care of yourself and take care of the people that you are surrounded around. You guys have a great night, great day, great evening. Whenever you are listening to this, just let it be great. This is Resilient Voices and Beyond. And thank you guys for listening.